I have found my first 5-star book of this month, and that book is Direbound by Sable Sorensen. I am very much not surprised that this is a 5-star book because it has everything that you could possibly want in it. It has fated mates, found family, the one bed trope, who did this to you, deadly trials. It's honestly, oh, there's also like a little snippet of a love triangle in there as well, if that is something that you enjoy. Now, I didn't know anything about this book before going into it, and I knew that it was kind of similar to the concept of Fourth Wing, and am I mad about it? No. We all liked Fourth Wing for a reason, and this has the same feeling to it. So, there is a girl called Merrin, and there is an ongoing war between a group of people that we do not know and the place in which Merrin lives. Now, there are elite soldiers and there are obviously just like normal soldiers. The elite soldiers are called the Bonded, and they bond with direwolves, which are like massive bloody wolves. And Merrin decides to enlist in the army for a particular reason, and she decides that she's going to go to the front. What she doesn't realise is that there is a kind of bonding ceremony that happens. I can't remember exactly why it happens, but anyway, she ends up being entered into this kind of like bonding trial where a wolf decides to bond with a human. Well, they kind of just decide to bond together. However, she didn't want to bond, but she ends up bonded. That's a whole different story. And then she has to go through a series of trials in order to cement that bond so that they go from a raw bond, which is somebody that is bonded but has to kind of pass through those series of trials, to become a fully bonded soldier and get to the front like what was her original plan. Now, that was a very bad description of that book, actually, to be fair. But if I haven't put you off already, honestly, give this a read because I was very much surprised at how much I enjoyed this. Super easy to read. There were some revelations in there, and me personally, I figured out the revelations before they became apparent within the book. However, I absolutely love that because I feel like I'm like ahead of the game and like I figured it out, and when it happens I'm like, yes, I called that. So I personally really love that. But if you haven't read this already, honestly, give it a go and let me know what you think. And if you have read it, as always, let me know your thoughts.